It's here. We are redefining what it means to sit at the girls' table. Welcome back to another week of the Girls Table. My name is Alana Dickman. I am your host. I am the founder of the Girls Table, and I am also a partner at Redbeard Ventures, which is one of the most active syndicates on AngelList. And we also have a $25 million crypto Web3 fund. But today I'm going to talk to you about something really interesting to me because I always want to talk about things that I learn as I go, and I learn by doing. And so recently, through my venture fund, Redbeard Ventures, we had on a portfolio founder from Alto. And Alto lets you invest in alternative assets through your IRA. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me take a step back. So Redbeard Ventures has a syndicate. And this syndicate could invest in any stage, any sector. And one of the syndicates that we did is for this company, Alto IRA. And so it's super exciting. We've actually invested 3 different times, and then we had on the founder this past week. And the reason that I want to do this is because Alto lets you invest in alternative assets. So through your retirement, you could invest in crypto, you could invest in startups, you could invest in funds, you could invest in any type of alternative assets or real world assets. And the reason that I'm talking to you about this is because I invest in a lot of startups myself, and I never use my IRA account. And actually, to be very frank, I haven't put money in my IRA in forever. And this is crazy because I'm actually a CPA on the side, and it's so important to put money in your IRA. So you're probably like, all right, I didn't come here for a tax lesson. I really don't care, but you should care. And this is why. So there's a story from back in the day where Peter Thiel, actually, if you don't know him, he did the Thiel Fellow. They invest in basically kids who don't want to go to college, give them money to start a company, also a founders fund. He's kind of the OG investor. And he took his Roth IRA that at the time had $2,000, and he put it into PayPal when it was pennies to the dollar. I think it was even like pre-pennies. It was so cheap. And the Roth IRA ended up becoming $5 billion. The funny thing about Roth IRAs is that it's post-tax money. So the $2,000 he already paid tax on, he put the $2,000 into PayPal stock. The PayPal stock ended up being worth $5 billion. And now, because it's a Roth IRA, once you hit the age of 59 and a half, you actually don't have to pay taxes on the gains. So this is super important because if I'm already investing in startups have a 7 to 10 year time horizon, sometimes even longer. I'm not going to be touching that money regardless for 10 years. Why not hold it for additional couple years, and then you don't have to pay taxes if there's any liquidation or gains. And if there is a liquidation event, let's say Peter Thiel, for example, it became $1 billion. He decided to sell the stock. Then he reinvested it. You're allowed to do that as long as you don't actually take out the money. If you take out the money before you're 59 and a half, you get a penalty. There are some exceptions to that. If you get a disability, I don't know where that came from. If you get a disability, if you're buying your first home, if you're sending any of your kids to college, I think there's 5 exceptions. For the most part, in your Roth IRA, don't touch it until you're 59 and a half, or else you have to pay a fee. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is because most of the people listening right now either invest in startups, trying to get into venture. And similar to me, you're not putting money into a Roth IRA, or you should be. And the maximum amount that you could put in is $6,500. And our portfolio company, going back to that, Alto IRA, makes it really simple. Basically, I did it all yesterday. So you go on to their account on Alto Marketplace, altoira.com. I honestly think that's the website. I'll put it into the description. And you go on their website, you make an account, and you basically connect it with your normal bank account, and you put in the max amount that you want to do for that tax year. And the max amount, at least right now in 2023, is $6,500. So then it takes money from my normal PNC, Fidelity, whatever account you use, brings it to your Alto IRA account. And then they actually have integrations with a ton of different partners. So now you can invest in these alternative assets. So you can invest in private equity, venture capital, real estate, art, other real assets, with basically anything of these high risk, high return assets. And if you're already doing it and you don't plan on touching this money, because as I mentioned, it's a startup, you're not going to touch it for a couple of years, it makes the most sense to put it into your IRA. They have a direct integration with AngelList, and then you could actually use this money to invest in startups, hoping that in that long-term time horizon, you'll then get paid back and paid the money. So guys, I'm telling you this because I wasn't doing it. And I was just investing normally in different startups through my bank account. I'm going to have these hopefully amazing liquidation events. Then I'm going to have to pay insane taxes on it. But with Alto, you could use your IRA account. By the way, this is not sponsored by Alto. I just had them on Redbeard Radio and found it super interesting that I wasn't doing this already. And you could do $6,500 a year. Even some companies match your IRA accounts. So you could get a match, and then you could actually invest that money. You could also invest in crypto with it, which is super cool because like me, I'm just holding Bitcoin. I'm holding Ethereum. I don't plan on touching it forever. Use your IRA account, look at it now in that $6,500 in however long, and hopefully it will be similar to Peter Thiel and be $5 billion. You don't have to pay taxes. And then you could actually go and get it when you're 59 and a half, have the rest of your life to retire off of that money. So if you have any questions, let me know. I am here to help because I also just went through this process and did it. And I think it's super important for everybody to think about investing their capital and investing and getting this tax advantage. So let me know in the comment section what you think. As I mentioned, like, follow, subscribe. Here to answer any questions that you have. Thanks so much for listening.